Hello and Assalamualaikum to everyone. Welcome and thank you for coming to this session. So today, you are with me, Nur Alizati binti Muhammad Faisal, to discuss about this issue with our professional panelists, and the title is Mental Health Matters, You Matter. Ladies and gentlemen, do you know that mental health can affect our daily living, relationships, and our physical health? So, in this forum discussion, we will talk and share more specifically about depression, about the factor that lead to mental health issues, the impacts to the people and environment, the example of depression illness, and ways to overcome this issue. Without further ado, let's get to our first panelist for today, Farah Diana binti Daud. How are you today, Farah?
Hi, hello. Thank you for asking. I'm doing great today. Thank you, Alia.
Thank you very much, Farah. Next is our second panelist, Nur Akila binti Zakaria. How was your day, Akila?
I'm fine, thank you. Thank you for your concern.
All right, thank you very much, Akila. Next, our third panelist in the house, Muhammad Farizat Afandi bin Muhammad Zamzam. Are you ready to discuss with us about this topic, Farizat?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right, thank you, Farizat. Next, let's jump to our fourth panelist, Nur Amata Shazana binti Mat Zamri. How are you feeling today, Shaz?
I'm great, Alia. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Shaz. Last but not least, let me introduce to you our last panelist for this session, Muhammad Afiq bin Mat Rashidi. Are you excited for today's discussion, Afiq?
Yes, I'm very excited for our forum today.
Well, thank you very much, Afiq. Okay, now we got to know all the panelists. So let's proceed to our main event for today. So, what is depression? Depression includes our mental, emotional, psychological, and social well-being. It is important at every stage of life, starting from the childhood and adolescence through adulthood. It can be a serious problem if we take it lightly. There are also a few symptoms that can we notice, such as thinking of harming ourselves or others, pulling away from people and usual activities, and feeling hopeless and helpless. Therefore, we need to know what is the best solution to overcome this issue. So, I would like to ask Farah, what do you think are the factors that can lead to mental health issues? Allow us to hear some from you.
Okay, so hi, hello everyone. So for today's, I'm going to explain regarding factors that lead to mental health issues. So there are research has been done in 2015 by Iranian researchers found that being a woman increased the chance to have low mental health state by nearly 4 times compared to men. So by this statement, we can predict that most of the mental illness patient will be female. But I'm not saying that male is not going to have mental health issues, but it is commonly and more being affected by female. Okay, so for the first factor, which is economic and social pressure. So this is a very common problems that we are facing right now in terms of increase in living costs with a very minimum wage and also trying to suit and blend in ourselves in nowadays beauty standard in society especially. So regarding these factors, there are statistics taken by statista.com in between 2019 until 2023 in South Korea. It shows that in March 2021, uh, the highest rate of suicide attempt is by 1,321 people died from suicide. So as commonly as we know, South Korea has the highest rate of suicide due to depression and pressure from the society itself. As we know, their cyberbully is really extreme and can give such a huge impact in to individual. Moreover, there are examples for a former singer in South Korea, which is Suli, the former member of FX, also had died by hanging due to severe depression by cyberbullying. So social pressure uh, can really give a huge impact to one individual. Maybe to us, it's just like we're just making jokes or just make fun of some people, but to that person, it is really matter their mental health. So for the second factor that can affect mental health is childhood trauma. So I believe that each one of us um, can have or already face at least one event in their life that is really um, hard to be forget and giving impact to their current life right now. So also um, for childhood trauma, it can be caused by sexual abuse, physical abuse, and also witnessing domestic violence. So there are um, more than just three factors that can influence and give childhood trauma. But most likely, most today I'm going to highlight on the sexual abuse. So according to Substance Abuse and Mental Health Service and Administration, over two-thirds of children reported at least one traumatic incident in their life by the time age of 16. So it is very common among children especially. But to me, this factor can is not 100% accurate, will leads to mental health problem. It is depends on how we overcome and also how the surrounding and the support system are cooperating with the problem. If you have a good surrounding and good support system, we may can control the effect. But instead, those who are unlucky to be in a good circle, there will be problem in their future. So moving on to my last point, which is biological factor. So for biological factor, there will be three factor also that will lead to the factors, which is family history, chronic disease, and also menopause. So for this factor, uh, family history also one of the highest contributor to this factor, which if one of your family members have mental issues, it is most likely for you to have it too. But this is cannot be confirmed 100%. Also depends on how you overcome the problem. For so according to the National Health Service (NHS), the article from their websites state that it is higher um, chance for you to get depression if you have a long-standing and life-threatening disease such as cancer, heart disease, and also condition that are involving with long-term pain. So to me, this factor contribute due to the feeling of loneliness, hopeless, and just waiting for the time to die. Actually, it is not that like the end of your life. If you are facing with problems and illness, it's just that you we can make it positive, and also if we have this surrounding people that are facing that kind of problem, we can give a good moral support for them to have courage to continue their life. So I think that's all from me. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Farah, for sharing your info with us. So, as the summary for what Farah have said is economic and social pressure is one of the factors that can lead to mental health. The second one is childhood trauma. So the last one that Farah have mentioned is biological factor that is coming from family background or also from having depression because of the chronic disease that they have struggling with such as cancer and so on. So next we're moving on to our second panelist, Akila. So Akila, can you share with us about the example of depression illness?
So, hello everyone, and thank you for having me here today. I want to dive deeper into the nuanced topic of depression, exploring its impact on adults, students, and children. Let's begin with adult. In the realm of adulthood, depression often surfaces a complex interplay of societal pressures, work-related stressors, and personal challenge. The persistent feeling of sadness, change in appetite or sleep pattern, and a pervasive sense of hopelessness are common manifestations. It is crucial for us to recognize this sign and encourage open conversation, reducing the stigma associated with seeking help. Transitioning to the academic world, students face a unique set of challenges. The pressure to succeed, societal expectation, and the inherent uncertainty of the future can contribute to the development of depression. Academic institutions play a crucial role in creating environment that prioritize mental health. Counseling services, stress management programs, and awareness campaigns can empower students to navigate this challenge more effectively. Now, let's shift our focus to the often overlooked demographic, children. Depression in children may manifest differently, making it challenging to identify. Behavioral change, declining academic performance, and social withdrawal are key indicators. Early intervention is crucial, involving parents, teachers, and mental health professionals working together to provide a necessary support and resource. In the broader context, our collective responsibility is to create a society that fosters mental well-being across all age groups. By breaking down the barriers to seeking help, we can build community that prioritize mental health and offer the necessary support system. To address depression comprehensively, we must invest in education and awareness programs. This initiative should emphasize the importance of mental health from a young age, ensuring that individuals are equipped with the tools to cope with this life challenge. In conclusion, depression affects individuals across the lifespan, and our response must be multifaceted. By fostering a culture of empathy, understanding, and proactive support, we can make significant strides in creating a mentally healthy society. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to engaging in further discussion on this critical issue.
All right, thank you, Akila. So, from what Akila have said, we can conclude that depression illness can be viewed among adults, students, and children. So, if we take a look from the adult side, we can notice the depression might be slowly starting from having a lack of sleep and feeling hopeless and helpless on doing something in social activities, and also in the among the children. So for the among the children, we need to take a deep look about their progress on daily life, because uh, they cannot express their feelings in the right way. So we need to always pay attention and give more attention for them. Okay, next. I would like to ask Farizat about the impacts to the people and environment.
Hello and hi everyone. So today I would like to present about or talk about the impact of depression on environment and individual. So first of all, did you guys know that mental health issue can, if especially depression, can affect on that person itself or on the environment. So this is because mental health has become a critical issue and invite various of community perspective. So I will separate this into the effect of mental health for depression, for individual and the environment. So let's begin the effect with for individual. So one of the effect mental health patient, especially depression, is their education level. So mental health problem can affect concentration, memory, motivation, and making it difficult to succeed at school or college. According to World Health Organization (WHO), in an article from November 17, 2021, 1 in 7 10 until 19 years old experience depression. This will affect their personal ability to achieve something. So and also make they think that their future already destroyed or no hope at all. So let's move into our second point, second effect for individual. So it's the most commonly effect that mental health patient need to face is their physical health. Mental health issue can lead to physical health problems such as sleep disorder and headache. So mental illness, especially depression, may also make it difficult to manage chronic physical condition. So that this will make people who have mental illness is hard to live like a normal life like everyone else. This may lead to affect their appearance because they might lose some weight or become lifeless. So let's moving to my last point, which is the effect of mental health, especially depression on environment. So the effect is how they can communicate or make a relationship between people. So mental health problem can make it hard to maintain healthy personal relationship. Mental illness may cause argument or conflict as well as social isolation and loneliness, so that they usually cannot make a friend or make a first move to because they will easily get nervous. From that, they don't know how to make a friend. So this may lead to depression itself because they don't know where they can express their feeling to someone. So I think that's all for my point. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Farizat, for your sharing. So the summary of what Farizat have said um, is the impacts to the people and environment is the communication to make a relationship. If we have struggle to make communication, it will cause an argument and conflict, and at the end they will argue and have problem with that. Other than that, it will affect your physical health, such as having a deep sleep disorder. And the last one is educational level. Okay, next is our crucial part to this session. Shaz, what do you think are the best ways to overcome our mental health issues?
Thank you, Alia, and greeting to our panelists. So today I would like to share a few ways to boost our mental health. So first thing, I would like to start my first point with a familiar quote, which is "You are what you eat." So basically, according to Dr. Eva Selhub on 2022, in an article titled "Nutritional Physiatry," your brain on food from Harvard multiple studies has found that correlation between diet and high in refined sugars and impaired brain function, and even worsening symptoms of mood disorders such as depression itself. So first thing, you need to have a good food and consume a good food to have a good bacteria productions in your body. So these bacteria actually are affecting on our production of a good chemical in our brain. So instead of eating binge eating, we should try and practice to have a balanced diet every day. So as example, I can share is consume natural fruits instead of sweetener that we take every day. Like if you like to drink a sweet drink, like let's say carbonated drink, instead you can try having natural juice like from oranges, apples, or even strawberries. Okay, then my second point is stay connected. So according to panel one, Navara, and also recall back to second panelist, which is Akila, which is the society is very dangerous place, which is it's full of toxic people, like example in social media. So instead of trying to blend in into social media standard, try to have a relationship in real life instead. So according to an article in 2023 from Center Disease Control and Prevention CDC website mentioned that people are socially connected and have stable supportive relationships, they are also better able to cope with hard times, stress, anxiety, and also depression. So when this happen, when you have a lot of relationship, you can feel the sense of belonging due to childhood trauma, like what panelists once said before, and having more than one person to turn to for support. Like
like we are students, so I think this is easily relatable to us. So when we have problem or we want suggestion or we want advices, we tend to look for another person to have that, to share what their opinion uh, for our problems. So this can be applied to how in university we do mentor-mentee seasons, or we have best friend that we trust to. So and also like if for high schooler or middle schooler we have teachers or counselor, they place to so that we can communicate to them. And so also before we sharing things or our problem, make sure we share them to the correct person, someone we can trust to, and someone that can trust us to. So yeah, that is also to protect our mental stuff lah. So the third one is take medications. So it is fit the stereotype when we say, do you take medication? So people will think that the person who take the medication is a violent person or someone who is like crazy, but actually there is nothing such that. So in article of 20 and 22 on mental health foundation website mentioned that people are socially connected. I'm sorry, medication can be a way to get through a crisis or a long-term treatment. You might take it to treat or reduce the symptoms of your mental illness or stop them from coming back. So here we can apply that when we take medication, it's actually protect us from the symptom itself. Not only when it happened, we take medication now, it to prevent also. So we can start to ignore the stereotype and also promote these ways to people who really need them. So there's also different types of medicine that we can take. Let's say for depression, it also have a very specific medication for depression itself. So it doesn't mean that when you take medication for depression, you become low in energy, and on how they affect the another also mental illness like anxiety or something. So we need not to worry. And the third one is when we take medication, it also actually control our hormonal imbalance. So mental health like depression actually can be a cause or the symptom of having a hormonal imbalance. So when taking medication, it's not only protect our mental health but also protect ourselves. So when we take hormonal imbalance, it can also promote our health from physical and also mentally. So the last point is that when we take medication, we need to follow doctor prescription. So like I said before, we need not to worry about taking medication. Like when what will happen if I take medication? I became too dependent of it. No, when you seek medical attention or someone who is professionally, we know when actually point where to stop depends on it. So yeah, we should not worry about it. So that's all from me. Let's move on to the next panel. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Shaz. So we can conclude that the best way to overcome this issue is by taking a good food in your daily routine, which is can help you to boost your mental health, and as it contain a good bacteria and free from preservative. And the second point is always stay connected to the people that we close to, so that when we are feeling down, we can have a moral support from them. And the last point is take the medication based on the prescription that are given from the doctors. Okay, now let's move to our last panel. So Afiq, what do you think are the other ways to overcome these mental health issues?
Okay. First of all, I would like to thank for giving me this opportunity. In my opinion, one of the best way to overcome mental illness is by doing some exercise. According to the journal, The Impact of Exercise on Mental Health by Stevens, exercise is a powerful tool for managing mental health. When we engage in physical activity, our body release endorphins, the feel-good hormones. These chemicals interact with the receptor in our brain, reducing the perception of pain and triggering a positive feeling. Regular exercise also helps to regulate sleep patterns, release stress, and boost overall mood. The key for exercise is finding the activities that individuals enjoy, making it more likely for them to stick with it. Lastly, when we discuss about depression, the most important thing to do if you see someone who have this problem is don't leave them alone. If you leave them alone, their depression will keep getting worse and it will continue keep getting worse. So, team activities such as football, basketball foster a sense of camaraderie and support among team members. According to Anya Gupta in the journal Benefits of Sports for Teenage Mental Health, engaging in shared experience helps build connection, breaking down the barriers, and creating a more positive work environment. When people feel connected and supported, it can significantly reduce stress level and prevent depression. In the conclusion, if you feel you have a problem, go and play some sports so that you can release your tension, leave the problem behind, and enjoy the moment.
All right, thank you, Afiq, for your sharing. So we can conclude that the other best way to overcome this depression illness by doing a sport activities so that it can distract our problem for a while and we can forget about the problem. So next I will ask the question for our panelists too. Akila, is it medication are the only treatment for depression?
For me, depression is a complex condition and treatment effectiveness varies from person to person. Medication can address chemical imbalance in the brain, providing relief for some. However, it's equally important to explore therapeutic intervention such as cognitive behavioral therapy to address underlying thought pattern and behavior. How about you, Shaz? What are you thinking about this? Shaz, what is your opinion about the question?
Again, sorry. So, in my opinion, that's a very good point, and I actually very agree with the point you made, Akila. And actually, I discovered a season which called heart to heart season when people that talk their problem in a group of people who have actually the same symptom or same uh, mental health illness like themselves, like depression. They have the group of them which can back up or let's say support each other because they know each other, they understand each other. So I think it's a very good way to cope with the mental illness itself instead of taking medication. But also when we take a medication, we need to have a doctor prescription. So yeah, I think um it is not true that a person need to only depend on medication. They need to also seek out for another medical, let's say, ways to overcome themselves so that they don't depend on the medication itself. But yeah, I think so. Do you agree with me, Farah?
Yeah, I'm pretty agree with you, Shazana. And also, another option is that by having a conversation with counseling or have a what we call as um, therapy session. So, but by hook or by crook, it's actually depending on the severity of your mental health illness, and also it is good to find another ways instead of depending on medication. But whatever it happens, is also just follow your doctor prescription and try any way that is the best and suit you the best. I think that's for me.
All right. Thank you to our panelists for for answering the question. So the last question I would like to ask our panelists two and our panelists three. When is it to seek for professional help?
For me, I think to seek for professional help when you think yourself cannot handle that already, or you know that your symptom became worse. So when you have a mental illness, especially depression, you know that this not gonna, you cannot make it yourself to treat it. So you need to find a professional help to treat yourself. How about you, Afiq?
Uh, I agree with you, but in my opinion, if you feel some experience persistent feelings of sadness or hopelessness, or is it your daily life is not functioning well and it significantly impact on your daily life, I think you should go to seek for professional and do not diagnose yourself.
All right. Thank you guys for answering my question. So I think that is the end for our discussion for today. So what we can conclude from this forum discussion, I will pick from the quotes that is saying that it is okay to take a break and prioritize your mental health. And also there is no shame to seek for help for your mental health. That is all from me. Thank you.